Right now, somewhere out there, a Ford owner is walking into a dealership and handing over hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars for a repair that could have been avoided entirely. And the worst part? The mechanic on the other side of that counter already knows it. He knew it the moment you drove in. Because what you are about to learn today is information that stays behind closed doors, passed around between experienced technicians and the most knowledgeable Ford enthusiasts in the country, but almost never makes its way to the everyday driver sitting behind the wheel. You are watching this video because something brought you here. Maybe your Ford has been giving you trouble. Maybe you just bought one and you want to stay ahead of problems. Or maybe you just have that gut feeling that there is more to keeping your truck, SUV, or car running perfectly than what the owner's manual tells you. And that gut feeling is absolutely correct. Today we are going to break open the vault. We are going to walk through the maintenance secrets that only about 5% of Ford drivers actually know and practice. These are not myths. These are not internet rumors. These are grounded, real-world strategies that Ford technicians, master mechanics, and longtime enthusiasts use to keep their own vehicles running like new, well past 200,000 miles. So if you have ever wanted to think like an insider, stay right here, because this is where it starts. Secret number 1. The warm-up that actually matters. Most people start their Ford and drive away within 30 seconds. They think that because modern engines do not need long warm-up periods the way carbureted engines did in the 1970s, they can just fire it up and go. And technically, yes, modern Fords are designed to handle that. But what the engineers designed for and what actually extends your engine's life are two very different conversations. Here is what the 5% know. When you first start your Ford, especially on a cold morning, the oil inside your engine is thick and sitting low in the oil pan. It has not yet circulated fully through the engine's passages, the valve train, the turbocharger if you have one, or the upper cylinder walls. The moment you rev that engine hard, or jump on the highway before the oil has reached operating temperature, you are running metal on metal with inadequate lubrication. It happens fast, and it is invisible to you. But the wear is real, and it accumulates over time. The secret is not to sit in your driveway for 10 minutes with the engine running. That wastes fuel and does not actually warm the engine efficiently. The secret is to drive gently for the first 2 to 3 miles. Keep your RPMs below 2,000. Avoid aggressive acceleration. Let the engine warm itself through light use, which is exactly what it is designed to do. This one habit alone, practiced consistently, can add tens of thousands of miles to the life of your engine internals. It costs you nothing. It takes almost no extra time, and barely anyone does it. Secret number 2. Ford's hidden oil change window. The sticker on your windshield says 3,000 miles. The dealer tells you 5,000. The owner's manual says 7,500. So which one is right? The answer depends entirely on something most Ford drivers have never even heard of, and it is built right into your dashboard. Ford's Intelligent Oil Life Monitor, which is standard on virtually every Ford built in the last 15 years, does not count miles. It measures the actual condition of your oil based on engine load, temperature cycles, RPM patterns, and driving behavior. It is one of the most sophisticated oil monitoring systems on the market, and the overwhelming majority of Ford owners ignore it completely. Here is the secret. If you drive mostly highway miles at steady speeds, your oil is enduring far less stress than the oil in a truck that spends its days in stop-and-go city traffic. The monitor knows this. It calculates accordingly. Some Ford owners who drive primarily on the highway find that their system gives them a green light well past 10,000 miles. Others who tow heavy loads or drive short trips in cold weather may see the system call for a change at 4,000. The monitor is not being conservative. It is being precise. What the 5% do is trust the system and read it properly. They reset it after every oil change, which most people do not know how to do or forget entirely. And they use the oil grade that Ford actually specifies for their specific engine rather than whatever the quick lube shop recommends. Ford's EcoBoost engines in particular are extremely sensitive to oil viscosity. Using the wrong grade does not just reduce performance. It accelerates wear in ways that show up thousands of miles later when you least expect it. Secret number 3. The transmission. You are slowly destroying. Automatic transmissions are one of the most expensive components on any vehicle. A full transmission replacement on a Ford F-150 or Explorer can run anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000, depending on the model and labor costs. And the number one reason transmissions fail prematurely is something shockingly simple. The fluid never gets changed. Ford, like most automakers, once labeled certain transmission fluids as lifetime fill. They meant lifetime of the warranty, not lifetime of the vehicle. But that language stuck, and millions of Ford owners took it literally. The result is transmissions full of fluid that has broken down, turned dark, lost its protective additives, and is now slowly grinding through clutch packs and solenoids with every shift. The 5% know the real interval. For most Ford automatics, including the popular 6-speed and 10-speed units, a fluid change between 60 and 80,000 miles is where the sweet spot lives. If you tow or haul regularly, bring that number down to 45,000. The fluid you drain will tell you everything. Fresh transmission fluid is a translucent pinkish red. Fluid that needs changing is dark brown, sometimes nearly black, and often carries a faintly burnt smell that tells you the damage has already begun. The process is straightforward at a shop, and the cost is modest compared to what a rebuild runs. But the knowledge that you even need to do this, and when, is something most Ford owners simply do not have. Now you do. Secret number 4. The brake fluid. Nobody talks about. Here is a question for you. When was the last time you changed your brake fluid? If you are like most Ford owners, the honest answer is never. Brake fluid sits in a sealed reservoir under your hood. It does its job quietly, and nobody thinks about it until something goes wrong. But something is always going wrong with old brake fluid, slowly and silently, and it directly affects your safety. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it absorbs moisture from the air over time. Even in a well-sealed system, moisture creeps in through microscopic permeation in rubber hoses and reservoir caps. As the water content in your brake fluid rises, the boiling point of that fluid drops. Under hard braking, particularly on long downhill grades or during emergency stops, fluid with high water content can vaporize inside your brake lines. When that happens, you get something called vapor lock, a moment where your brake pedal goes soft or sinks toward the floor. That is not a mechanical failure. That is degraded fluid, and it is entirely preventable. Ford recommends inspecting brake fluid condition regularly, and most professional technicians who work with Fords will tell you that a change every 2 years or 30,000 miles is the right call for drivers in most climates. A simple test strip that measures moisture content costs less than $5 and takes 30 seconds to use. Yet this is one of the most overlooked maintenance items across the entire Ford lineup. The 5% use the test strips, they change the fluid on schedule, and they never wonder why their brakes feel firm and consistent even under pressure. Secret number 5. Reading your tires. Like a mechanic, your tires are the only thing connecting your Ford to the road. Every acceleration, every brake, every turn lives and dies in that small patch of rubber making contact with the asphalt. And yet, most drivers look at their tires only to check if they are flat. The 5% look at their tires like a diagnostic tool, because that is exactly what they are. Tire wear patterns tell a complete story about what is happening underneath your vehicle. Wear concentrated on the outer edges of the tread tells you the tire has been chronically underinflated. Wear down the center of the tread means overinflation. Cupping or scalloping across the tread surface points to worn shocks or struts that are no longer controlling wheel bounce properly. Feathering, where one edge of each tread block is sharp and the other is rounded, points directly to a toe alignment issue that is pulling your tires across the pavement at a slight angle with every mile you drive. Ford's independent front suspension and rear suspension geometry is precise by design, but it drifts out of alignment through normal use, pothole impacts, and curb strikes. When alignment is off, you are not just wearing tires unevenly. You are asking your drivetrain, your steering components, and your fuel economy to compensate for a vehicle that is fighting itself. The 5% check tire pressure monthly, not quarterly, not when the light comes on, but monthly. And they look at tread wear every time they do. They catch alignment issues early, when a $40 adjustment fixes everything rather than late, when the tires are ruined and the wear has begun spreading to ball joints and tie rod ends. Secret number 6. The battery test that prevents being stranded. Dead battery calls are the #1 roadside assistance event across all vehicle brands, including Ford, and almost every single one of them could have been predicted and prevented weeks or even months in advance. A failing battery does not simply die without warning. It broadcasts its weakness clearly to anyone who knows how to listen. The secret is in load testing, which is different from simply measuring voltage. A battery can read 12.6 volts on a multimeter and still fail catastrophically under the load of starting your engine on a cold morning. Load testing applies a controlled electrical draw to the battery and measures how well it holds its voltage under that stress. Any auto parts store will do this test for free in under 5 minutes. Ford's own service advisors have this equipment at every dealership, but you have to ask for it. The 5% test their batteries every fall before winter arrives, because cold temperatures do not kill batteries directly. They expose batteries that are already weakening. A battery that performs adequately at 70 degrees may drop below the threshold for reliable engine starting at 20 degrees. If you have a Ford with the EcoBoost engine, which has a high electrical demand at startup, or a Ford with auto start-stop technology, your battery works harder than a standard battery in a conventional engine. These systems require AGM batteries, which are absorbent glass mat batteries, and substituting a conventional flooded battery to save money is one of the most common and most costly mistakes Ford owners make. The 5% know the specification, they test regularly, and they replace proactively. They choose when they replace the battery. The battery never chooses for them. Their secret number 7, the coolant change that saves your engine. Engine coolant, also called antifreeze, does 2 jobs that most people know about. It keeps your engine from freezing in winter and from overheating in summer. But it does a 3rd job that almost nobody talks about, and it is arguably the most important of the 3. Coolant contains chemical inhibitors that prevent corrosion inside your cooling system. Over time, those inhibitors deplete. The coolant becomes acidic, and it begins attacking the very metal and rubber it is supposed to protect. Ford's cooling systems include aluminum components throughout: the radiator, the heater core, the cylinder head in most modern engines. Acidic coolant eats aluminum. It also degrades the rubber hoses, the water pump seals, and the thermostat housing. By the time you notice a coolant leak or an overheating condition, the corrosion has been happening quietly for a long time. Ford uses a specific orange or yellow extended life coolant formulated for their engines, and it is not interchangeable with the green coolant that older vehicles used. Mixing them neutralizes the inhibitors in both fluids and accelerates the very corrosion you are trying to prevent. The 5% flush their cooling systems on schedule, typically every 5 years or 100,000 miles for Ford's extended life formula. They use Ford-approved coolant exclusively, and they never top off a partially depleted system with a different color or brand without understanding the chemistry involved. The bottom line: every single secret we covered today has one thing in common. None of them are complicated. None of them require special mechanical skills. What they require is awareness, consistency, and the willingness to look a little deeper than the average driver does. The 5% of Ford owners who know and practice these habits are not mechanics. They are not automotive engineers. They are simply people who took the time to learn how their vehicle actually works and what it actually needs. Their Fords last longer. Their repair bills are smaller. Their vehicles retain more value. And when they drive with confidence, because they know what is going on under the hood. If you made it this entire way through this video, you are now part of that 5%. Share this with a fellow Ford owner who needs to hear it. Drop your questions in the comments below, because there is a whole community here that has answers. And if you want to keep going deeper into what it actually takes to own a Ford the right way, make sure you are subscribed, because we are just getting started.